Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in with me today. And if this is your first time, welcome. And if not, you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And today we're going to start off a little different. Yesterday while I was out, I was approached, and everybody got personal issues going on in their life. That don't mean you speak on them or you want them on YouTube. So, of course, there's things going on behind the scenes that I don't discuss and put on here. And if that's what you're looking for, then this is not the channel for you. I make clear in my titles and my description what I'll be talking about. And if you're looking for something else, then this is definitely not the channel for you. Because I don't want to have to get into any type of altercations with people who may see me. And for those who don't know me, my name is Katrina, MsBrownCali. And if you are looking for drama and all that type of stuff, then you need to go elsewhere. Now let's get into this video. So we're going to start off with, we're going to do this a little differently today. I'm going to discuss the reunion, but I have a lot of questions. A lot of things that's not adding up to me. And I'm going to give my little 2 cents on what I think is really going on. So just those starts off with the ladies coming in and getting ready with the hair and makeup and all that type of stuff. And of course, people are taking their little shots, like Evelyn with her little comments and stuff. As usual, that's to be expected. I really feel that Evelyn is feeling some type of way about this whole OG situation because she tried so hard to proving that OG was not an attractive woman. And when it was brought up that your ex-husband was attracted to me, she can't handle it. So, as the ladies are getting hair and makeup done, Evelyn and Shawnee start to have this discussion, and Evelyn starts, well, I don't feel safe with someone who brings up my accuser. But what I thought was interesting, she keeps complaining. She's doing interviews. She's complaining about how everybody was talking about Chad and all this stuff. But the thing about it is, you brought his daughter on the show. You did a whole thing about domestic violence. You're the one who's making Chad relevant to this whole thing. You rekindled this whole flame. And now when someone else discusses it, it's an issue. So Mark, which I have a whole problem with him because, Mark, I'm going to get into that in a minute. Mark does the little whole thing. He comes and approaches OG while she's getting hair and makeup done and says, the crew, the production, everybody, the ladies, everyone feels that there's a safety issue. We need you to go sit in another room, another set. I'm sorry, not a room, another set we have already prepared. And OG is like, why? Why do I need to go? Well, because, they feel like you're too aggressive, something might happen. But Shawnee and Evelyn already had the discussion where Shawnee says, okay, I think that if OG says the wrong thing, Evelyn or Malaysia may throw another table. So that type of aggression is acceptable because you already know this is what they're capable of. So OG needs to watch her mouth. She needs to watch what she says. She needs to be mindful that these ladies can throw tables at her, but she needs to watch what she says because she's being too aggressive. Okay. So OG is like, well, why don't they go? If they have the issue, like, I haven't done anything. I haven't put my hands on anyone. I haven't done anything. So why am I being chosen to go to the separate set? And Mark is like, well, just because of safety issues, and Tammy requested the set, which we find out later that Tammy, once she heard about the show aired, she went to social media and said that's a lie. I was informed beforehand that I will be placed on a separate set. So I feel my opinion is that Shawnee was pissed because I planned a trip. You didn't show up. You were supposed to be there in Costa Rica. You didn't show up to my trip that I planned. So no, you don't want to be around me. You go sit elsewhere. You can't sit at the table with us. You can't eat with us. And that's why I feel she was told, because Tammy has not been aggressive at all towards anyone. She hasn't really been around the whole collective, as they like to use, this season anyway. So why would you feel the need to separate her when nothing has popped off between her and anyone this season? Her and Phoebe had some words and she walked away. So anytime it's things, she's been walking away. So why would you feel the need to remove her from the set and then lie? Because that's what they like to do on this show. They like to lie and misinform the public on what is really taking place. So Tammy was notified beforehand and decided not to show up. They're saying that she had some type of, she was sick for whatever reason, but she wasn't there. But she knew beforehand that she was going to be in a different room when they were recording the show. So my question is, why wasn't OG told beforehand also? You knew that you did not want her there, so why did you wait? Because you know what? I know the answer. Because y'all was hoping that she caused the scene and y'all could say, oh, see, we told y'all she's aggressive. But she didn't. She said, okay, well, if that's the type of game these ladies want to play, then I'm out. I don't need to be here. If I can't sit on the couch with the rest of the ladies and do the show the way it's supposed to be done, then I will go home. So Mark then, oh, well, let me go talk to everybody. And Mark is like, well, I'm just doing my job. I'm told to come tell you this, so this is what I did. This is not necessarily my opinion, but this is me doing what I'm supposed to do. So after this, the ladies go and Mark goes and talks to Jackie and say, hey, you know, you're an OG of friends. Can you talk to her? This is a situation. Can you ask her to leave? So Jackie, who's not loyal to nobody but Jackie, because I already had videos on Jackie don't know how to be nobody's friend. Jackie says, because Mark says, well, the lady said if she's on the set, then they're not going to come out. So this is the type of childish behavior these women have. I don't want to sit by her. They could have brought out another chair. Okay. They could have sat her by Jackie. They could have sat her by Cece. They could have sat her by someone who doesn't have a problem with her. So instead, y'all make up a whole new set. The set was already prepared before OG was there because you already knew that's what y'all intended. So Jackie, oh no, OG got to go to the other set because no, these ladies are more important. And I need to go because I already made my demands. So I need to go ahead and follow suit so I can get my demands met. So Jackie had already demanded to be set by Mark because, you know, it's all about this image of I have authority here. And whoever sits by Mark has the most authority. So, of course, Shawnee was sitting by him. And Evelyn was on the other side, as to say, we run this show. You know, that was the image put out. But my other question is, what happened to Basketball Wives Miami? Shawnee, Evelyn, Tammy, they was all in Miami. What happened to that? Why did y'all have to leave that? Why did that show get canceled and y'all had to come to LA? If y'all were doing so well, if y'all were so well loved, if y'all didn't do anything wrong, why did people stop watching that show? And the ratings dropped so low that y'all had to cancel that show. Maybe because this whole colorism thing y'all was doing to all the little light-skinned girls there. I'm sorry, to all the darker ones, you know. So, yeah. Stop acting like this is the first time y'all have had it. This is just the first time it's been on this level of disgust from the whole outrage. You know, this level is like you crossed the line with the racial slurs on top of the colorism. Because colorism and racism is two different things. You can be colorist. Colorist is all about having a prejudice against people who are your same race that are different shades of color than you. This usually is applied to black people because there are people of color. That's what colorism is. Now, it is a form of racism, but they are two different things. So to act like you cannot be colorist and racist, they're going hand in hand. So let's get back on topic. So Mark also let Cece know, you know what, Cece, this is the issue too. So Cece comes to talk. Jackie and Cece both come talk to OG. And Cece's like, you know what, you're right. If this is the way they want to do it, if they don't want to do it right, we're out here too. So Cece and Byron bounce. OG and Kwame bounce. And production is like, hey, what's going on? We're already 2 hours behind. That's so unprofessional. So you had a whole set of people, an audience, waiting 2 hours for 6 women. How many was it? 6 women? Y'all 2 hours behind because of this? Really? This matter could have been resolved because y'all could have sold OG before she even came to the set. This is what it's going to be. But that would have messed up y'all plan to show that she's aggressive because y'all wanted her to act a fool and throw a fit, and she didn't. So that kind of backfired. So when they do get on the set, when they finally do, then Jackie starts throwing a temper tantrum. I told y'all I want to sit by Mark. I'm not coming out till I sit by Mark. Because it's all about this image of power. Everybody wants to be the boss. This is my show now. So Tammy's not going to be here. So now this is going to be my show. So that's why Jackie wants to sit by Mark. It's about an image. It's a subliminal thing. Like, they're already putting it out and trying to, which people are, I don't know, maybe you're catching it too. Because what difference does it make where you sit on the couch? As long as you're on the couch talking and saying what you got to say. No, I need to sit by him because I need to let people know this is not going to be Evelyn's show. I'm going to run this show because me and Malaysia have been here the longest and I'm over Malaysia. So these women are really on a power trip that is outrageous. Like, to the point that you don't care about your fans, you don't care about your audience. And when Evelyn finds out, her first response is no. Oh, Jackie doing like that? Oh, I ain't moving. And then she says, oh, okay, I'll move. But that was your initial response. So you wonder why people feel a certain way towards you. But she moved. So Mark and them is, they get into this, and then, Mark comes out and says, as you can see, we don't have some guests. And he starts to do his little spew on why they're not there. Which is when he says, well, Tammy, Cece, and OG are not here because this. And Phoebe, with her little slick mouth, always got something to say. When he asks ladies, do they have anything to say about it? No one speaks up but Phoebe. Sayonara. You, the last man in, and the first one to always speak up with something negative, something smart-mouthed to say. And we're not even going to address that wig. I'm like this. I feel like the lady set her up. Y'all got stylists and everybody's there. Like, did nobody say, girl, you need to go, why is your lace front looking like that? Like, and I'm thinking like production, nobody, not even nobody else's hairstylist. No one can say, girl, your stuff is not right. Like, your wig is not on right. You need to get this fixed. Like, everybody just let her go on TV looking like that. These ladies do not have nobody back but their own. But yet, Phoebe always talking, and of course they brought it up about, did you make that song about OG? And she still is not owning it. Like, girl, don't you know they had you on tape when you said you made it about OG? You still lying. And then she comes out with this BS about she wanted to be friends with Jackie out of all the people on the show. No, you didn't. You were friends with who you wanted to be friends with. You were friends with Evelyn. That's who you wanted to be friends with. And that's who you've been friends with. How could you say you want to, because, oh yeah, because they've been married the longest. So really, You didn't want to be her friend. You just wanted to figure out, how did you get this NBA basketball player to marry you and stay married to you? That's what you really wanted to know. That's not being a friend. And everybody could see through that BS. So that's why nobody was hanging with you like that. Only person hanging with you was Evelyn, because y'all from New York. That was all that was about. So then the ladies start talking, and they're bringing up the whole thing about Jennifer and Shawnee and Evelyn, that whole situation. And with Shaquille. And I don't think that Jennifer ever did say that she lied about it. She just said that she heard the rumor. So I'm really curious on why that rumor even started in the first place. I don't think it's beneath Evelyn to sleep with your ex. Y'all wasn't together, so it came from somewhere. And if Tammy wanted her to know, because, you know, Evelyn does this little interview on Hollywood Uncut trying to save face now because of this lawsuit. You want to do this interview about why you and Tammy are not friends anymore. Tammy said why y'all not friends. Because you was going behind her back trying to stop her backs. You was trying to mess up her money. You was emailing people. You was doing stuff so people would not hire her and would not book her for events and stuff. That's why y'all were not friends. Nobody ain't forgot about that. She publicly said that this is what happened. This is what you was doing. So this other foolishness you talking about makes no sense. And the whole thing of getting past you sleeping with her ex, you act like it was no big deal. Like, so what? You acted like Jennifer said. Well, you knew he was cheating. So what? I wasn't the only one cheating with him. So what? Like, what's the big deal? You knew what type of man you had. What's the big deal? So the issue I have is, why is it okay for you to say it, but can't nobody say nothing to you about Chad? You know what type of, you was getting a football player. You know what type of person Chad was. Chad has quite a few mothers of his children. It's not like he wasn't, you gave him a pass. You was like, yeah, you could do what you want to do. You did all that in the hopes that he was going to marry you. And then once he married you, all that was going to stop. Okay. You see how that worked out. So I don't even know why you calling people homewreckers when you was told him just use condom stuff, even if he was trying to holler at OG. What is the issue? Because you knew what he was doing anyway. It's not like you did not know that he was out there doing him the whole time he was with you. So why are you acting all surprised and hurt, and you gave him permission to? Moving on. So, you know, they get on this whole colorism thing. I did not like the fact that Mark asked the people who are being accused of being colorists, as, why would you ask them? Then you poll this audience from nowhere. What was that to prove? That didn't prove anything. People who have watched the show see what they see. They form their own opinions. And I felt like that was to help. I felt like production did that to help Evelyn's case. Evelyn had been threatening to sue OG for quite some time, way before the taping of this reunion. And I believe that's what this is all about. This is to help her win her case. I still don't think she's going to win. Excuse me. So, after a while, the ladies go back and forth, bickering over stuff. And when Jennifer tells Shawnee, I didn't lie, Shawnee's getting so upset. I can't have you talking about the father of my children. So everybody's like, why not? Why is it okay for them to talk about Kwame, to talk about Byron? Even Evelyn brought up Byron cheating on CC in Costa Rica. You know, everybody can bring up everybody else's dirt. but can't nobody talk about Shaquille. And Shawnee, you know, I feel like Shawnee's like, y'all messing up. Hey, I still got kids. He's still giving me my money. We getting along now. I ain't seeing nobody. He probably giving me that salami because she's making it clear that she's single, and he was clearly flirting, and she was kikiing it up like she was eating up every little bit of that. So I wouldn't be surprised. People get divorced, still have sex together all the time. So because you are way too defensive over to the point that you need to get up and walk out. I need a minute. I don't know if I'm coming back type stuff. Because she said, because look at it like this. If it ever came out that that was true, you looking like a big fool. And did anybody notice how dark Evelyn is? I'm going to try to insert a picture in here. Evelyn was looking so dark skinned. You really need to stop with this Afro-Latina. We don't care if you call yourself Mfufu. We still think that you are the way you are. You're not going to change that by putting a different label on yourself. Your actions have determined why people think the way they think. Yeah, okay. Mark announces, so when Shawnee gets up and leave, he said, we're going to take a 5-minute break. So here's my problem with Mark. And then he says, we're going to take this 5-minute break and not a 5-minute break, not a, CP break, color people break, whatever. Like, why? Why would you say that? And why would they put that on national TV? Excuse me. Why? What in the world was you thinking? That was so uncalled for. That was so unprofessional. Like, are you kidding me? Out of all the things you should have been saying, the questions you should have been asking that you didn't, that you sat back there and twiddled your little thumbs about, that's what you felt was appropriate comment to make? You need to be canceled too. They need to replace you. I thought Malaysia was the weakest link, but baby, you showed me you the weakest link. And we're not even going to talk about, we're getting to her right now. So, when they come back from this little CP break, okay, I'm sorry, it was a regular break. It was a regular 5-minute break. Meaning, we're not going to go over the 5 minutes. We're not going to do 10 or 15 minutes. We're going to do exactly 5 minutes. And y'all need to come back and sit down. Because, like I said in the beginning, they were already 2 hours behind time in starting. So unprofessional. Who's running this show? Like, did you? Wow. Never would be an audience member for them. When they come back, he says, I've been told that OG is here. OG has returned, and she returned with Kwame. And at first, we did not know that she had returned with Kwame, but Shawnee, before this happens, let me go back. Shawnee had made a statement about, y'all don't understand why OG is this way and stuff we took out. We didn't even air it. We didn't even show y'all all the stuff, how she pushed me. And I almost fell trying to get to Phoebe. So I was like, when y'all don't show fights? That's the main thing y'all gonna show is a fight. Why would y'all not show the fight? Like, that was something that people would watch. That's what y'all whole show is based on, is this type of drama. So conflict and altercations and stuff, why would y'all not show that? So it's been said that Phoebe was mocking OG and making racial slurs about her Nigerian, her being Nigerian and to that effect. And that's when OG lost it. So that's why y'all didn't show it, huh? Because if y'all would have showed that, y'all would have had to show the whole scene leading up to that. And y'all would have to show what Phoebe was saying. And y'all already know that people had already been talking about y'all being colorist and stuff. So now you're going to add, and that was, why are you making these racial comments? Why are you talking about her heritage, her people? and you trying to mock her about it. Yeah, because Phoebe is Evelyn's lapdog. Okay, that's why. And she took it too far. Now, knowing she playing with a real one, and OG was not about to have it. And so y'all have to hurry it up and get in the middle of them. And she pushed you out the way, trying to get to her. Not like she was attacking you in place of her. Which y'all only want to show us a little clip. Which y'all could show that. I mean, y'all wasted all this time with all this behind the scene. Y'all could have showed the whole clip of what happened. But you chose not to because you know how damaging it would be to this image y'all supposedly have created, which don't exist because you never created it. And of course, we're not even going to talk about the weakest link, Malaysia. But people did say, you know, get on her about, I believe OG did make a comment to her about bleaching her skin, because I don't think she's bleached it, but I think that she has been using a couple of shades lighter foundation than necessary. You know, you trying to fit in with the light skin clique, the biracial clique. So be you, because either they're gonna rock with you or they not, and more than likely they not, because you almost got fired last season because you wasn't bringing nothing to the table, and you didn't bring nothing to the table. And from the sounds of it, the only thing you bring it is your people, your relatives. You brought your relative Kristen, who Kristen was just away sitting there. And then when she found out Cece and Byron had left, she's like, oh, I wish I would have known. I would have liked to speak to Byron. Why? Byron lived right down the street from you. You could have been when and spoke to Byron. Girl, stop. Stop it. Just stop. Just stop. Nobody's believing you. Nobody's believing you trying to squash nothing with your father-in-law. Because now they're saying the rumor is Byron's ex-wife is supposed to be coming to LA, Basketball Wives LA, next season. And her and Evelyn are supposed to be friends. Now that's what the rumor is. But I could have sworn I heard the rumor was her and Shawnee and the ex-wife were really good friends. And that's why they've been so hard on Cece from day one. Because, you know, they feel like you tore up this marriage. Byron tore up his marriage. Byron is the reason why Byron is no longer married and about to marry Cece. Byron did that all on his own. He chose to step out of it and cheat and do whatever he was doing in them streets. And so now it's like, okay, so you got rid of Cece, now you gonna bring the wife. But really, if y'all was smart, y'all should have brought them both at the same time. That would have made for some interesting drama. But, you know, this is what y'all really wanted. This is why y'all wanted her off the show. This is why y'all harassed her. And this is why OG had her back. And this is why y'all had to get rid of OG. Because y'all brought OG on the show for drama. Just like the whole Tammy and Kenny situation. Y'all knew Chad was trying to holler at OG. So y'all figured she was going to throw it up in Evelyn's face at some point. But y'all thought it was going to happen sooner than later. And Kwame had to let those ladies know. You know, because they were coming for Kwame again, as usual. I didn't have a problem with Kwame coming with OG. I know that some people did. I felt like he should have came with her because I wouldn't trust those ladies. Ain't no telling what they're capable of. Y'all going way too far. You're trying to sue people. You need some backup. I would not go nowhere around them alone. Not saying OG cannot defend herself, but you never know what type of situation people are going to put you in. Those women are not to be trusted. And Kwame was just like, you know, everybody's trying to say OG's jealous, but OG has a man. She happy. She got her own. So I'm confused. None of these ladies are in a relationship. They don't have nobody. They made that clear. And I think there is some little jealousy going on. They talking about, oh, Kwame, my man, make this and this and that. But you don't. Because guess what? That man leave you, what you gonna get? You were married all of 40-something days? Okay. So that was the way that ended on the first part. My thing is this, like I said it before, I believe that all that stuff was a setup to help Evelyn win her case, and I think it's going to backfire. I think it has done more harm than good. You're trying so very hard to prove that you're not this terrible person. All these seasons, you've tried so very hard to prove that you this feisty Puerto Rican chick. Now all of a sudden it's an issue. Nobody's buying it. Maybe you might look up and get in front of one judge, because if it has to go in front of a jury, anybody watch the show, they're not buying it. I still don't think she's going to win this defamation. I believe that everything was said was true. You have shown your true colors. And let's not act like you can't like a black man and hate black women, especially the darker they are. Like I said in my previous video, you keep saying that she's ugly. Well, what makes her ugly? Is it her skin tone? Is it her lips? Is it her nose? What makes her ugly? You said that repeatedly. And I believe she called her a bugaboo, jigaboo. She called her something when she on the reunion. Yeah, you still name calling. Wonder how that's going to work out for you. Well, this is my end of this part 1 of this reunion, which was a hot mess, just completely hot mess. Part 2 is supposed to be Shawnee trying to do some housekeeping and trying to clean up this image. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear what she has to say, since she told us that we're too invested. She said that people are too invested in this show. So, like I said, we need to uninvest. And until the next one, peace.